Hey, welcome, guys. Is today Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. I always say I have no idea anymore what day of the week it is. I do PT 4 days a week, so I don't that can't even be a marker for what day it is. If you guys don't know me, some of you are brand new. So many new team joined this cool tribe in July, which is super exciting. So if you're new to the team, welcome. My name's Lauren. If you guys don't know me, I'm kind of like the upline NMD, but this team grows at the rate of knots that you're probably part of a fast-growing team yourself, you know, with whoever you've joined, whether it's, you know, some of my frontline like Jay or Marissa. You've got Jana, you've got KP. Who else you got in the mix? Katrina, obviously the likes of the incredible Joe and fast-moving teams within there. So whoever you've joined, welcome. And you've joined for a reason, and I think that's what I really want to get across tonight, is really, you know, what's on the table first and foremost. Why do you want it, right? Why do you want, what did you join this business for, right? While $165 isn't that expensive, right? I've definitely spent more money on a night out before and gained nothing from it, except a sore head the next day. And, you know, just not to impress you, but to impress upon you, you know, I just kind of, I forgot today was payday. We get paid every month in Juice Plus, which is kind of cool. It taught me a lot to be able to budget monthly instead of fortnightly, which is how I used to get paid. But, you know, I kind of forgot it was payday, and I looked at my bank account, and, you know, to see that amount of money, you know, to see 5 figures land in there, you know, last month I worked, but I wouldn't say I worked super duper hard, you know, like I used to, not to impress you, but to impress upon you. I spent $165 just like you did. I spent $137.50. It was cheaper when I joined. But, you know, $165, right, to be able to, in 3 years' time, you know, be earning what I'm earning is completely possible for all of you. But you have to know why you're here. You have to know what that would mean to you, how that would change your life, and really attach what you, like your values and what you want from this, attach, right, that emotion, that emotional revenue from this business, attach that to that amount of money. Now, I'm not saying money equals happiness, because it doesn't, right? I've met some very super wealthy people that are super unhappy, but it's only because they're not living within their values. You know, maybe they're not living within their, within like how they want to live, right? And so you've got to attach your values to this business, right? And really, really build it. Sorry, my jumper's falling off and going onto my lipstick. You've got to be able to attach those values to it, but you've got to know why you're here. You've got to know your stake in the ground, and then you've got to teach and know other people's stake in the ground. But I promise you, you know, doing this in stolen moments, part-time on the side, which is what I started off doing, to come into this for an extra $500 a month, which is all I did, but my why grew, right? And I really changed my perception, but I always got in the beginning, literally from day dot. You know, I had a team, a frontline of 6 people in my first 10 days, and I only amount that to knowing and understanding how to plug in, how to follow the system that we didn't have back then, how to get good at inviting to events, how to say less to more people, okay, how to share this business by creating curiosity and sharing the benefits. If you truly believe, right, and I always say there's no right or wrong way, and I'm not here to dictate to you. I'm here to share my success and teach you if that's what you want, right? Most of you would only be on a call at 8 o'clock at night. You know, daylight savings will be here before we know it. So in Sydney, some of you, it'll be 9 o'clock. Victoria, Tassie, I think Tasmania's in that whole scheme of things. So you'll be on calls, right? But if you don't have enough purpose, then you won't be here in the next 6 months. It's as simple as that. I've been a part of this for 3 years, Linda, 8 years. You know, God, I know people that have been a part of it for 29 years. You know, to think that you might not be here in 3 months' time, 6 months' time, 12 months' time, it's only because you don't know it's possible, right? It's only because you don't believe that you can achieve it and you don't have a plan on how to get there. And then if you're bringing people into the equation and team members, it's the same thing. It's about being able to duplicate an easy, simplified system, right? If you truly believe, that's where I was going with this in the beginning. If you truly believe that people will join your business based on that they're a health professional or that they love the product and you want to actually be earning $1, $2, $5, $10, $15, $20,000 a month from this, you're kidding yourself, right? It's about being able to build a business and be a business builder, right? And you can only be a business builder by sharing the benefits of what this business can give you, okay? So I wanted to start off. Now, this is really old school, and to be fair, I haven't done this for a really long time, but this is how we used to share how we got paid, to really break it down. And Adam does it now on Start Strong calls at 7 o'clock on a Monday night. I'm pretty sure he does it. Haven't been on the last two, but I'm pretty sure he does it this way. And this is how we always used to show people, okay? Once they'd seen an event, they wanted to know more. This is actually how we showed people. And I don't know why we stopped doing it like this, okay? But to be able to understand where you're going to earn your money from. Now, Marissa, I can see your face. Can you see this? Because I can't see it. Yes, cool, awesome. Okay, so it's in steps, right? We've got those promotional levels, and I like to show people up to SC because you can earn commission past that, but that is the highest paid commission level. Okay, so in terms of the retail profit. Yeah, I actually screenshotted the points because I'm not at my desk and I have them all in front of me. So you're going to have to bear with me on what it used to be because I don't know based on what it is now. Okay, so that first part, you come in as a virtual franchisee. Okay, you're a VF, you're just earning, or I shouldn't say just, you're just earning retail profit at this stage. Okay, so to be able, you know, to get your product a bit cheaper, you know, get it for free on your first shipment. So, you know, say that you order the premium, okay, and that costs you $122 for the month. Yeah, obviously we know that you have monthly subscriptions, but you're gonna pay out $122 for that plus shipping. Yeah, you're gonna gain $67 back, I think it is. It used to be $61. I'm just trying to work it out. So I'm just going to go off what it used to be. It used to be $61 you used to get back. Okay, so really I'm only shelling out $61 for the product, right? If I can do any kind of maths. Yeah? So to be able to get your product free for that first month, go and share it with one person. You're going to get $122 in retail profit. Therefore, it covers the cost of your first product shipment. But you need to do that every month. Retail profit. Okay, this is what I really want to get you guys. Retail profit is now money. Yeah, if you want your product cheap or free every single month, you need to go and find a new 2 customers every single month, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so retail profit is now money. So at VF, yeah, share it with 3 people. You got to earn around $180, $190 in retail profit. And if you do it in your first 10 days, you're going to move to DVF, okay, which is the first, which is the next level, and that's 1,000 points. So your premium order plus 2 others. Me personally, from the very beginning, I did not have the money to order the product. I put it on my credit card, and I only ever had a credit card because when I lived overseas, I had to have a safety net of like, if shit goes wrong, I have at least $1,000 to my name. Well, not to my name, the bank's name, but you know, I'll pay that. So I only ever had it for emergencies and I never used it, and I still don't. But I always like to have it. So I put it on my credit card, right? And I was like, you know what? I need to be a product of the product. So I take premium and shakes. You know, I definitely recommend that you do the same. Your customers will usually order and be a customer of what you take, because you're recommending it, you're loving it, you're sharing the results, you're sharing the benefits. That's how you gain customers, right? From sharing the benefits. So VF, yeah, you've earned your product order back because you've shared it with a few people. You're earning $61, so you're only earning the retail profit. Then to be able to get to DVF, you can just do it by sharing this product with customers. Okay, the next level up from day dot, okay, is SDVF. To go from VF to DVF to SDVF, okay, is about, this is 1,000 points, this is 4,000 points, but it's cumulative. But why not understand how to leverage yourself, do this business the smart and the easy way, and start to understand the benefits of what this business can give you, and understand that there are other people out there that want the same. Not want health, not want to feel better, look better, have more energy, clearer skin, go to the toilet better, get the product cheaper, right? They're customers. There are people out there, and take the 30-day gratitude group and utilize it for this business. Write down, listen to event after event after event if you need to. But there are so many stories of success, it's kind of hard to deny, right? Me wanting to travel more, me wanting to spend time. My family obviously live all across Australia. I'm from New South Wales originally. My brother lives in Perth. Being able to travel more and see them, being able to go and live back abroad if I want to do that without having to sell my soul and nanny again, things like that. Understand there's mums, there's single mums, there's business owners that got out of massive financial turmoil. There's people wanting to cover the cost of their grocery bills and doing that. There's people that are getting lifestyle goals. Think about the benefits that this business can give people. Nothing to do with the product. Yeah. And why not build SDVF the smart, the easy way, and share this business with people, because their points are going to accumulate to yours. But you can do SDVF by yourself as well. Yeah. You can do 4,000 points. So you've already done 1,000. Go and share it with 6 to 9 more people. Okay. Share the business with one person. Maybe a customer loves it. Maybe they want to jump in and share it with their friends and family. Awesome. You can do SDVF by yourself. So at DVF, you've gone to 4% commission. So you've added 4% on top of the initial retail profit. So it used to be you jumped from $61 to $73. Now I'm sure it's a bit more. This is based on premium. If you're sharing other products, the retail profit and commission will vary accordingly. Okay, so at DVF, you are at 4%. So then you jump to 9%. So you get an extra 5%, okay, when you jump to SDVF. But the following month. So Juice Plus is a month-to-month proposition, okay? You don't lose your points and all of that jazz like a lot of other companies, but it is a month-to-month proposition in that where you end a month is where you start a month. So where you end August is where you'll be in September, right? If you got to SDVF on 1st of September, then you would be at 4%, right? You would have the title of SDVF, but you would be at 4% for all of September. So why not try and end a month the best possible outcome to give yourself more, for the following month? And I'll come to that in a minute. So SDVF, awesome, 4,000 points. You cannot go any further than SDVF without helping and introducing this business to people that want more out of life, that want a lifestyle upgrade, that want more money. And you can't get people to join your team without sharing and inspiring people through those stories. It's as simple as that. You will attract, definitely, I'm getting pins and needles, you will attract people into your business, right, that love the product, that want to get it a bit cheaper, yeah, that want to be VFs and DVFs and just, you know, share this product as they do life. But if you're here to be earning good money, if you're here to be earning, you know, the 1, 2, 5, 10, and you're like $10,000, I couldn't either. I couldn't fathom 10,000 a month, right? It's crazy. I didn't earn that, you know, I earned good money, but I like had a cap at like, I think it was like $6,500, right, a month. And then I had to be able to, you know, set my sights higher. And then I did 10, and then I did 12. You know, now for me, earning $20,000 a month doesn't scare me. It just shows me the choices that will allow me to have. Again, I say this with total heart and no judgment on anyone, and no, like I have no, how you want to build this business is up to you. But I know that you'll get disheartened time and time again if you don't start sharing this business by leading with the business, right? By leading with the lifestyle. If you're not living it yet, either was I. I built a massive business 3 days in, right? 3 days in, no idea what I was doing, but I had conviction enough from what I saw. I shared other people's stories. I shared why I was excited. I invited them to events. They either loved it or they didn't, and I got them started strong. I had no story of my own. God, I was in massive debt, you know, but I saw a way out. How many other people in life do you feel like could resonate with where you're at? Maybe you want to leave your job. Maybe you see this as the way out. Maybe you want to be able to provide more for your family. Maybe you want to cover the cost of your groceries. You know, in the chat below, I like interaction, and I don't like everyone staring at me with blank faces. What are some of the business benefits in terms of income, in terms of community, in terms of what you want from this? What are some of those things? What are some of those things that you want this business to give you in terms of lifestyle, in terms of income, in terms of, you know, a way to be able to upgrade and say, you know what, I'm worth more? Because you can't get past SDVF without other people to be able to help them. And then you can't even progress through this business. Keep going. I love it, Steph. Own your own house. And you can't you can't get past it by just signing people up. I genuinely chose Juice Plus. I looked at 7 different companies. 7. No one even knew. Adam says, like, you know, I shared this business with him. I actually had looked at 4 before he'd even shared Juice Plus with me. He had no idea, right, that I actually looked in. I looked into loads. This was the first one that didn't feel like a sign-up club, that didn't feel like, you know, that I only benefited, you know, when people joined me. I got to work to help these people. Yeah, you can't get past SC without helping other people. It's just impossible, right? You can do it the cumulative way, but you still got to help 3 people get here, right? And you got to get a lot of points. But the fast track, so to get to 14% commission, is help 2 SDVFs and 1 DVF. Okay, you're going to get teacher bonuses for helping them, and you're going to go to the highest commission in terms of profit. So it used to go $61 of retail profit to 4%, which was about 73. Then here to about 91, 94, something like that. And here was 110. Okay, and this is where the magic truly happens. I think this is 117 now. Okay, so every time a box of premium capsules leave head office, you know, you put in the order, you've got your new customer on board, they're willing to pay $110 for that order. Depending on where you are in this scenario, depends on how much of that you get. So as a brand new VF, if some of you are sitting there, and today you put in an order of premium capsules, okay, you are going to get just the retail profit for that order. Now, the person above you is going to get the rest. Just let that sink in, because that is another part of our business, okay, that we do share all the time if you're on Start Strong calls. The cream rises to the top, so they would say. Every single time a box of premium capsules ships out, the office, head office, yeah, that's what it's called. My mental blank. 2 kids. Madeline's got way too much sass for me these days. $110, or it used to be. It's more now as the price increased. So they used to pay out $110. If you are at VF, you are going to get $61 of your own order. If the person above you is SDVF, they're going to get the difference of 61 and 93, it used to be, or 94, right? They're going to get that extra, 30-something dollars. That adds up. So that's why it's our incentive to help you get to that highest paid commission as quickly as possible, so you are reaping the benefits. You are getting, right, as much out of your orders as you possibly can, right? Past SC, because people are like, well, why would you want me to get SC? Because then you're not going to get the extra. I'm like, I want to help you. I want to help you get there as quickly as possible, so you are reaping the benefits, but then you're teaching people to do the same. And also after that, you're getting to help qualifiers and things like that, you're getting an extra 4% on their business as well. So you can see that you can't get, if you've got these big lofty goals, right? You want to get out of that job. You need this much money, right? You want to do this. Then it's about finding business builders and understanding we have a system in place to help you do this. But when you share the business, I want to know what you're sharing, right? So many people say, I have challenged around team. Until you grow, your business will not grow. I promise you this. I had no idea how I built a business so fast because I did not believe in myself, right? But when I truly grew as a person, most of you don't know this. You're quite, new into it. I got stuck at SSC. I was very challenged for a year. Jo Reynolds, if she's on here, went between SSC and QNMD in like 3 months. Denise is on track to do it in some crazy ass time. How long they've been in the business, I was stuck at one position for a year. Don't make the same mistakes I did, but you know what? It was perfect. I never would be where I am today without that challenge, right? Without that, because I had to truly grow as a human being, because the universe and this business will only give you what you can handle. If I gave, like some of you are like, oh, I want a team. Awesome. If I gave you 10 people right now, I promise you would crumble, because you haven't learned to handle and get a grasp on what you've got. And I am a big believer in divine timing. So honestly, I love it. You're all chatting. Now I'm getting distracted. But what I love about this business is we have systems to help you. So if you're feeling challenged by team, that's why I wanted to do a little bit of role play tonight to help you with that. So does that make sense to people? Would you now know why you'd want to be able to get to that highest paid commission? To be able to reap the benefits, pick up. But I'll show you a visual of what I mean. Whoop. Oh, Adam, what is that? Lucky the kids had paper towel. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to give you a visual. Whoop. So, yeah, this is you. Can you guys see that? Yes? No? Maybe? Okay, this is you. You come in, you're a VF, you're awesome. You want to get to that first, call it the mini position, right, of DVF, and you're going to find, your first 1,000 points. So you're going to order your product, you're going to share it if you're excited to. Yeah, first 1,000 points. Your order plus 2 to 3 more. Yeah, 1,000 points. You're going to pick up your $100 bonus, right? Rocking it to DVF. Yeah, and then, so you're going to get, that's your bonus for if you do it in your first 10 days, or you have 30 days, right, to hit DVF. And then if you're sharing, let's just keep my math simple. If you're ordering premium and you're sharing it with 2 other people to get your first 1,000 points, then you're going to earn, based on what it used to be, $183 in retail profit as a DVF. Okay, so that's going to cover the cost of your product and pretty much your franchise, right? You'll be a little bit out of pocket, share it with one more person, you'll be good to go. If you want your products right, what I said before, if you want your product free every month, you have to do that every month. You have to go and share it with 2 to 3 customers. If you don't believe that you can find 2 to 3 customers every single month, then start to build a team. Start to understand the benefits. So then if I was teaching someone how to really utilize the momentum and the start of their business, because I promise you, whilst you might feel overwhelmed, right? Whilst you might be like, oh my God, I'm in too deep, I have no idea what I'm doing. Trust in the people that have gone before you. Be ignorance on fire. Do what they do, not what they say. Watch them, do what they do, right? Hopefully that your leaders, and I know there's so many incredible leaders in this business, that they'll be leading from the front and doing the do. Replicate it, duplicate it. Don't recreate the wheel. If you've got epic ideas, save it. Get to NMD first, then you can do what you want. Because NMD is truly the start of your business, right? I got to NMD and I'm like, this is it. Like, now there's relief. Now I can really build this thing. Now I can have fun with it. Man, the pressure's off, right? I've got to the pinnacle. There's lots more to do. But now I can build this with ease, grace, and flow. If you want to build it with ease, grace, and flow like I didn't, right, in the very beginning, do what your leaders do. Not what they say. Watch their feet, not their lips. Hopefully they're leading from the front. If they're not, go up until you find the support that you want. Yeah, then I go like this. If I'm teaching someone, I'm like, let's do this business, right? The smart, easy way. Let's share this business. Who else do you know that would love an extra income, that would love to do something part-time on the side, that would love to be able to take their kids on a holiday at the end of the year, that would love, right now, get people in the mindset of like, what if this could create a stress-free Christmas? How many people put their Christmases on credit cards? Right? My mom used to be one of them, right? How many people put their Christmases on credit cards? They put themselves into debt to try and create something magical. And then it's stressful. And it's not magical. Yeah, I get people thinking about right now, if you could earn $500 extra a month on top of what you're doing, I can teach you a way to do that. Right? Does that get you interested? I'd love to be able to show you something. It could create a cool Christmas for you guys. I know what Christmas is like. Kids are expensive. You want to like buy all the presents and be the best Santa Claus ever, right? Imagine what this could create. So launching a business is key. And honestly, if you don't want to step up and build this, that's cool. But you have to then lower your expectations. Yeah, you have to. Like, I have no expectation of you guys, but if you have big goals, then I promise you, following the steps and duplicating the system is what you need to do to create that success. It doesn't come overnight. Overnight success to me is a myth. If someone is selling you on overnight success in a business, it doesn't exist. It takes time, right? You look at Brian Marsh and you're like, that's overnight success. But that dude's a freak of nature, right? He's not the norm. He's the exception. If you've ever seen that movie, he's just not that into you. And they talk about like the exception to the rule. He's the exception to the rule in this business. So then you go, launching a business. And I get in people's heads of like, okay, talk to me. Who else do you know? Who would you love support from? Friends and family that you just would love to let them know what you're doing, right? Who are some, people that you'd love to build a business with? Who are some people that are inspirational in your life, that are business-minded? If you guys know Katrina Stark, she was on my dream team list. Now, she told me to piss off and told me no for at least 18 months, right? But I never annoyed her. She probably says differently. But I never annoyed her, and I kept the light on, and I just was a friend first and foremost. And I kept sharing this with her and inviting her to events. And soon enough, she just caved in and said, yeah, okay, I'll come. And she fell in love with what she saw, right? She fell in love with the community. She couldn't deny the stories. The product already made sense to her from a health perspective. but the product was not going to determine her success in this business, and it won't determine yours. I promise you, if you had enough desire, I love this product, don't get me wrong. It changed my health tenfold, right? But it's not the determining factor of people becoming successful business builders. I promise you, anyone in business, right? My dad's best friend is a car salesman, or was. He's retired now. And I was buying my car, and I was looking around at wholesalers that take in, because I just, the thought of paying massive interest on a car that depreciates in 8 seconds just doesn't interest me. So I was looking around at wholesalers that take in pretty much, brand new cars, and that's what he did. And I said to Trevor, so what do you think of this brand? I'm not going to say the brand. Some of you might have them. And he's just like, and he was the CEO for this company. And he's like, oh my God, don't get one of those. They're awful. I'm like, you were the CEO of X, Y, and Z for like 17 years. He's like, yeah, no, they're rubbish. I was like, how did you sell them to people? He's like, I made a great wage. I'm like, awesome. Like, right? So don't get me wrong, I get that the product has to make sense to people, but there are people out there that will sell anything, right, to make a great income, right, to build a business, to build a life. So why not share this with people? So in the beginning, I get people focused on how many people can we share this with. Let's follow the system. Let's not use that pen because it's really crap. Let's follow the system. Let's launch your business. Let's share this business. Who do you know in your life? And they're the kind of questions I'm going to ask you guys in a minute. And help them do the same and duplicate what you did. They're going to earn, that $200 to $300 in their first 10 days if they want to, get their product cheaper, get their franchise pretty much free. Guess what? That's you at SDVF. So you are then an SDVF, right? You're on that 9% commission now, and these guys are on 4%. So every time these guys go and share the product, they're going to get $73, but you're going to get the difference between 73 and 94, or whatever I said. Don't quote me on these numbers. You can go to your VO and you can literally, it's called What's in a Box, and it tells you the retail profit of every product. So don't quote me. If Celine was watching this, she'd be like, oh my God, kill me now. Well, how does this woman build a business? Because I'm not like a details person. I just run with the flow, but I know that you are going to get the difference, right? Then these guys, you get them excited. Who wants to get to SDVF? This is how I did it. Let's duplicate that system. This person goes and does it. This person's not interested, right? And whilst these guys, right, down here on the third generation are sharing the product and getting their retail profit because they're brand new and they're BS, they're getting their $61. These guys are getting the difference of the $61 to the 4%, which is about $17, and then you're getting the difference again. Cream rises to the top. Help people do this 5 generations deep, and it's going to keep happening. But that's why we help people get to that SC level, right? Getting to that SC level, getting to that 14% commission entitles that every time you go and share the product, you're getting the full retail profit for it. But if you're here to earn the big money, if you're here to really make an impact, it's not from the retail profit. It's not from the retail profit. It's not even from the leftover commission, right? You're not going to earn loads of money off that. Yeah, it is from teaching people to get to SDVF, teaching them to qualify, and earning a percentage, helping them earn the 4% on their business, helping them earn a percentage, off their business also. So you saw that 3 Club incentive that I put up. So many of you guys have put their hand up, which is awesome. I'm going to sort out numbers by the weekend, and I'll start it come Monday. And it's a cool incentive to help you guys realize that 3 Club is so freaking simple and so worth it. It's one of those first main goals that you truly want to get to. This is kind of like out the realm that I wanted to share tonight, but I'm going to share it. So you get to SDVF, right, by just doing what I shared before, by 4,000 points, and do it within your first 40 to 60 days. 40 days you get the bonus, 60 days it's still your fast track, which is awesome. Yeah, getting to SC, honestly, I always say you need 5 to 6 people. 4. Counting, not great. 6. Yeah, yep. Okay, to get to SC, because some will, some won't. You guys are laughing at me, but I swear I'm no one special. I'm in my pajamas, right? I'm sitting on the floor. The kids are probably awake. I'm babysitting for Adam and Kira while they're away. At NMD school, which is exciting. Joe Reynolds will be there soon. Say hi to them for me and tell them that their kids are driving me insane. So these, right, this shows that you're frontline, right? People that you've introduced to the business, yeah, by sharing the benefits, following the system. When someone says, I'm going to meet up with a friend for coffee to talk about the business, I'm like, what are you going to tell them? What are you going to show them? Like, what are you showing someone? What are you telling him? What conversation are you having? I'm really curious. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, there's nothing you can explain. Show them an event, right? If they're curious, say, I would, best way to see what we do is to have a look at an event. If I sent you a link to one of our recordings, would you watch it? There's some really inspirational, incredible stories. I'd love to be able to share what this is for you, but by having coffee with you right now, I'd wreck it. I have no idea how to explain it. I'm brand new. There's nothing that I can say. There's nothing that you can say that can explain it, right? Showing an event and showing them what's possible, getting true and real and down and raw and vulnerable of what they really want. Where's life real shit right now? Yeah, own it. And how can this business be a solution, right? That is what we truly are. I can't create the success for you. You're not guaranteed the solution unless you work for it. But what I do is I offer people solutions. Okay? I have had no wine tonight. I'm being really good. If you watch me on Instagram, I'm eating well. I'm going to the gym. It's like the best I've been forever. So you're gonna have people. I always say 1 in 3 to 4 will want this as much as you do, right? 1 in 3 to 4 will get to SDVF. I've got my odds down, right? But 1 in 3 will get to SDVF. The other one, will definitely, do a little bit, and 1 will probably go missing. So you have to work out which one you're going to be, first and foremost, right, in the equation. So, say you want to get to SC, then this person's like, yep, I want to get to SDVF. This person's happy to sit DVF. This person's a VF. This person wants to do SDVF. So does this one. So you're going to do 3, and this person's a DVF. That's you at SC, well and far beyond, right? You only need 2 SDVFs and a DVF. So this is you at SC. Then you've got 3 people here that are SDVF that can then qualify their business. Qualifying your business without going into it just means $1,800 worth of sales going through your business. That is between you and any DVFs and VFs. So for this person here, this person, and this person, their orders would all go towards them qualifying. But the SDVFs, anyone under them that is a DVF or a VF can go towards their qualification also. So you've got 3 people right here. So if you did this in your first 60 days, in your first 90 days of business, you could actually be a 3 club member by helping every single one of these guys qualify their business the following month. Therefore, what is with your pens, Adam? I swear he talks too much and they will run out. They're going to earn 4% on that bare minimum $1,800, right? Bare minimum meaning they have to do $1,800, but a lot of people do more. Look at the likes of Denise Ambrose, Joe, Katrina, Lindsay Downey, Jana, myself, right? I have a qualifying of like $4.5 grand. I know Denise at one stage had ridiculous like 8,000 going through, right? Bare minimum 1,800. She's going to earn 4% off that if that's Denise. So is Joe. So is Katrina. So is me, Adam, Linda, if I could put my pinky up. 5 generations above, but you earn 4% of your business, right? This person will, and this person will, but so will you. This is 3 Club. This is around just commission, right? Just the residual income coming into your business. You know, my check, and again, not to impress you, but to impress upon you, I earned no bonuses last month. My check was, you know, nearly $13,000. None of that, sounds terrible. None of that was any retail profit. None of that was bonus money. And I don't get, obviously, much raise up commission because a lot of mine, you know, are SCs, my front line. So that is from pure teaching people how to qualify their business, duplicating that down, right? You get to a point, you want to get to a point, it's like Adam's check would be stupid, right? I can't even fathom, it'd be like $45,000 for the month, right? That's, like in America, that's someone's wage a year. Like that's mental. Yeah, Kira's would probably be the same. You know, they earn around 80K or 85K a month between them, right? That's more than someone's wage. And it's from this. Adam, you know, gets customers, but, you know, it's not his focus. His focus is on creating business builders. And you can't create business builders if you're not out there sharing this business effectively. If you're not out there creating curiosity effectively and then following through with the system. So this is 3 Club. It can look like that, or it can look like 3 Club is the only one that it can be in the same leg. So if all these 3 people were SDVFs and you helped them qualify, it can look, you know, 2 here and 1 there. Doesn't need to be directly frontline. Obviously, you know, I'm 50 Club, so my 50 qualifiers vary. You know, there's Jana's got clubs, Katrina's got clubs, KP, you know, all these people have got clubs within their business. And it's getting you to that point of like, okay, I want this from my business. What does that look like? I want this from my business. What does that look like? Right? But you got to know first and foremost what you want from your business. Yeah. So I'm actually, Flossie was the first one to put her hand up. She's like, oh, good. I have no idea what I'm getting asked. So I'm going to spotlight you. Hello.
Hello.
How is it in Tassie?
It's nice and warm because the fire's roaring.
I love it. I love it. Did that make sense, any of what I just shared?
Absolutely. Yep. No, it was great.
Love it. So if you guys didn't see Miss, her name is Hillary, but I'm just going to keep calling her because I'd much rather that be her name. She did a Girl Boss Movement Diaries with me. She shared some really vulnerable stuff, which was amazing. So scroll through my Facebook. It'll be there somewhere. And yeah, she shared so amazingly. And so I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. And this is a teaching moment, not just for Flossie, because thank you for putting your hand up, but also for everyone else out there that not just newbies, but, you know, if you're a leader sharing this with your team, this is a brilliant way to be able to help people, because I've had a few calls over the last couple of days, you know, with leaders, and I was the biggest one for this. You know, you just want to get in the convincing game. Someone doesn't think that they can do this, and you're like, right, I'm the biggest cheerleader. Yes, you can, babe. You're amazing. You know, you can do this. You can find team, and then you haven't helped them with their challenge, right? You haven't helped them, you know, be able to overcome whatever it is that's blocking them from doing and being able to share this, you know, or being able to believe in themselves or whatever it is. So coaching, people say, I can't be a coach. Either can I, right? But that's just a mindset. Coaching, I promise you, is nothing like motivating. Coaching is asking a series of questions to get them to come to the conclusion that you wanted to tell them, right? You know, when someone, you want to tell someone something and you're like, no, what questions can I ask for them to get to the answer themselves, right? For them to get to the conclusion themselves. You think about how you parent a child. You know, you really want to tell them no, that that's wrong. Ask them. You know, and for a lot of mums out there, this is something I learned in nannying. It was like 101 to how to parent someone else's child. It was like, you know, Do you really feel like that was a good choice right then? What you just did, do you feel like that was a good choice? You want to tell them it was a shit choice. You want to tell them that that was really crap what you just did, right? But you're like, no, how can I be a better coach and a better mentor, right? How can I take it back? And how can I help them understand and create some consciousness around that? And that's all you're doing in this business. It's not your job to do it for them. It's your job to help people create consciousness. So for you, Flossie, why did you come into this business? What do you like product aside? I love that you love the product, but what got you interested in the business, and what did you come into this to achieve?
First up, obviously, was bonus finance. I mean, we've got a house that doesn't even qualify as a renovator's delight. It's just a renovator. And the idea of having the extra funds for that, because that was renovating the house was money that was coming out of the fun pocket, we had bought a camper trailer because we realised that we're only going to be going on camping trips for the next little while rather than on aeroplanes and adventures with the family that way, because we had this other commitment. So yeah, from an immediate point, I guess that was any kind of extra finances was a bonus. And the other thing was following my heart, which was helping out other people, something that I've always been passionate to do. Something that my current job doesn't, sort of gave me a false promise that I'd be able to do, but unfortunately in my line of work, a lot of the help that you offer gets thrown back in your face. So this was just a really happy, positive environment where I could feel my soul.
Love that. And for you, obviously, to be able, if you could earn any amount of money in this business, what would you love to earn from it? In the next 6 to 12 months, if you were earning a dollar figure, if you knew you couldn't fail, and if I could click my fingers and you were earning that, what would you love to be earning from this business?
Well, my day job, which I'd love to throw away, looking annually at covering about 70,000. So if I could cover that and then have more, that would be, that's an ultimate dream. That would be amazing.
Awesome. So what is that, about 7K a month, 6K a month?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, about 7.
Cool. So I want you guys to grasp, I'm going to switch in and out of asking questions and talking, right? I asked her what she came into it for. Now, if someone gives me a fluffy answer of I just want to help people, awesome. Give all your money to charity that you earn from Juice Loss, right? It's a great thing. Adam said it to someone once and I was like, ooh. No one, of course you want to give to charity, but most people want to help themselves first to be able to give back as well. So it's about getting clear of what their stake in the ground is. Now, Flossie said, being able to renovate, she loves to travel and, the possibility of travel. She doesn't really love a job. Now you ask a question if I could snap my fingers and there is you could not fail, what would you love to be earning? You know what it does? It breaks down barriers, lets people be able to be present, lets them be able to let down their guard a bit and be okay, if I can't fail, this is what I truly want. You've allowed them to dream again. You've allowed them to open up their mind of and some people will struggle with it. Flossie's no, I hate my job, piss that off. Right? But some people will struggle with it because of self-worth. So it's about asking questions not about convincing people that they can do it. It's tell me more about that. If they're oh, but what if I do fail? It's cool. So convince me that you're going to fail at this business. Convince me. Hands up, convince me. Right? So Flossie said she wants to earn about $7,000 a month. Right? To get to that space, that we're talking a 24 to 39 club business. Give or take, somewhere between there, right? So, for me, and then I share my experience, right? For me, a 24 club business took me 2 years a bit less than 2 years to create, So if you could create that in the next 2 years, like, does that get you excited?
Absolutely. Yep.
Awesome. Right. So I share my experience. I'm not making any false hopes, but then I could share someone else's. So if you've got a real go-getter on the phone, right, or on Zoom, then it's like, well, I did it in 2 years, but Adam did it in 10 months, right? Like two different stories, but it gives them a sense of perception of like, okay, well, what I want to create is possible because you've done it and that Adam dude's done it. You know, maybe I could do it. So it gives them a little bit belief. Now, and then it's about, let me get back into question mode. So like, how would life change? Like, how, for you, earning $7,000 a month from this business, you know, how would life change for you? What would it give you more of? And, you know, what would you be doing with $7,000 a month in your pocket from this business?
Spending time with my boys, which is something that I've sacrificed for the last, well, my eldest is 13 and a half, so I'm going to be 14 this year. So 14 years that I have sacrificed. It's given me a chance to refocus again on the 12 months that I was lucky to have off when I had my second baby. And yes, I was tied up with having a new baby. That was 8 years ago now. But it gave me time to be at school functions. It gave me time to walk them to school. It gave me time to go to assemblies, to pick them up from school, to go and have play dates after school. All of that stuff that I just so desperately want to be able to do for my kids and not be tied to the clock in, clock out, have to be in that bloody building Monday to Friday.
Love it. Can you just share with everyone, only because you shared it on the live, can you share with everyone what your kids said that really struck it? Like, you love your, like, there's part of you that loves your job. Yeah, there's part of you that loves it and, you know, or used to love it at least. But what was the defining moment that your kids said to you that made you think, wow, life is pretty short?
Yeah. Well, I think love my job for the financial freedom it's given us, and loved it because I thought that was the only way. Liking it less now that I know that there's another way, and I want to do that more than I want to do the other job. But yeah, my defining moment, the one that I shared when I was chatting to you, was that we were in the car and driving, doing the mad rush to school drop-offs and then work, and my little 8-year-old piped up from the back seat and said, Mummy, when are you going to come to my assemblies? And before I could even answer, my 13-year-old said, don't worry, she could never make it to mine either, which was absolutely heartbreaking.
Bit of a stake. Like, it got me. I don't have kids, but that's really close to my heart. When I was a nanny, I'll never forget Benjamin's face. Fiona, his mum, my boss, was just like, yep. And she was a high flyer lawyer. And I love them to death. And I still talk to my bosses every day, or my old bosses, sorry. And I love them and they were great people. But they had their values all wrong in my head. And she was a high flyer lawyer working in London. We lived 35 minutes out in, I guess you could call it the suburbs of Surrey, in southwest London. And I genuinely, when I heard the words come out of her mouth, I was like, why would you even say it? Why would you even say it? You're not going to come. And it was his Christmas concert and he was in prep and, you know, went to this cute little, like, well-to-do school. And he was up on stage, and if you've got children, right, you know their little faces when they're looking for their mum or their dad or their grandma sitting in the crowd. And she wasn't there, and I was there, obviously, with Joshua, the baby. And he just had tears in his eyes. I'll never forget that day, because I was like, I remember being that kid. My grandma would always come to mind. So, you know, but my mum worked hard. So she's a nurse, and you know, she, like, Benjamin's heart was broken that day. And I just vowed, if I ever have children, that's not going to be me. And I didn't know about this business back then. But I was just like, you know, hey, rain, hail, or shine, I'll be there. Like, and that's what life's about. So I just really wanted you to share that. I know there's lots of mums. So do you see what I did there? I would share that story if she shared that story with me, because what it does, it's called rapport, right? I'm not a mum, but I get down on her level of like, you know what, like that gets me because I've seen it too, right? But what I'm getting at there is Flossie shared, right? I'm getting her connected to that $7,000 a month. I'm getting her stake in the ground and I'm connecting it to what will this mean for you? It'll mean more family time. It'll mean chucking in that job, right? So you're connecting the goal, right, the vision, to something emotive for her, right? Emotion creates motion. If you remember anything from this training, remember that. Tony Robbins says it through and through. Emotion creates motion, meaning in this business, emotion creates action. People will do something when they're purposely driven behind it. So that emotion will create motion in your business. So for you, you know, if this is not something I would have like on the chat to a new person, this is someone that I'm coaching through. Maybe they've got some challenges around business, you know, and I'm getting, right, we all want to tackle the problem first instead of finding out why they're really here. So for you, you know, tell me like, how's business going? You know, what's working, what's not, you know, let's go from there. What's around team and building that, you know, how do you feel like you're going with all of that?
I feel like I'm doing a bit of the slow and steady. And yeah, it's a lot of it, a lot of the challenges I've had is through the self-development, which has been absolutely amazing, and the support and the leaps and bounds I've made in that are good, but I do tend to go, oh crap, it's happening too slowly, and then I slip back into the negative mindset of, oh, maybe I can't do this, maybe I'm not made for this after all. That's something that I've certainly learnt to become aware of. But yeah, it's putting in, I've got to keep reminding myself I'm putting in, what I can around what I can. And I think that's the other challenge, which is why I'm now resenting the other work, is because I want to have so much more time for doing this, because this is absolutely where my passion is at the moment. And I don't want to make excuses, and I find myself going in a bit of a whirlpool about, oh yeah, but I'm too busy. Yeah, but that's just a crap excuse. And, you know, round and round. I've got a very clear focus for this month, and absolutely determined to get there. And yeah, moving ahead. Sometimes the steps feel too little, but yeah, going forward.
Amazing. So you brought up so many awesome points that I know so many people can relate to. I keep thinking I'm on a live, so I'm like, give me a like or a love comment below if you feel challenged by, you know, not believing in yourself. You know, if you're feeling challenged by resenting the other crap, right, because you want to put more into this, and you know, and then obviously, you know, feeling like the steps are too small, and that really truly comes down to we compare ourselves so much, right? We compare ourselves so much. So what if I was in this conversation with Flossie, which I am, you know, I would touch on each of those points, and I wouldn't be there to convince. I'd be like, you know, so tell me, when a negative mindset sets in, what's that about? Do you genuinely not believe you can do this? Like, convince me, like, tell me why you can't do this. Or I'd ask, so what's, like, do you really want this? Do you really want that time with your family? Do you really want, you know, to get rid of that job? I'd go back to the stake in the ground, right? Because people do things of one or two reasons. They do things to avoid pain or gain pleasure. So if the pain of where Flossie is, right, in her job is not greater than the pain of burning her excuses, doing what she can when she can, but putting in some consistent effort into this daily, whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's an hour, you know, when she can around what she currently does. You know, if it's the pain of getting outside her comfort zone and talking to strangers, you know, if it's the pain of getting on training when she just wants to have a glass of wine and put her feet up, right? If the pain of where she is doesn't outweigh the pain of what she has to do, she won't do it. So ask yourself the same question. if the pain of where I am right now, does that outweigh the pain of what I have to do to be able to move forward? If it doesn't, you won't do it. I promise you. Look at everyone that has been told you need to lose weight. It was me for 5 years before I chose to do it. 5 years. Like, my mum had a heart attack at a really young age, right? I nearly lost my mum at 8 years old. She had another heart attack at 42. I was getting anxiety and chest pain at 21. There's not many other key factors I needed, but I never lost weight until I chose to. Because the pain of where I was, unfortunately, I laugh about it now, thank God, was not greater than the pain of going to the gym, eating healthily, right? So for me, honestly, get clear, right? Get clear about where your pain is and where. And so with Fossey, I'd be like, awesome. So what have you implemented, right, to be able to catch yourself when that negative mindset hits in? What have you implemented? Ask yourself the same thing, because I know we all get it, right? I still get it. That like crazy voice comes in. The fact that we listen to it just makes us crazy. Yeah. Then she touched on, time. We all, and I'd just be assuring her, we all wanted to do it full time. I did. I had to do it around 3 jobs. I totally get you, right? But you're not going to be able to put all your love, heart, and soul into it if you can't give, and stop beating yourself up about it. It's just like, you just find the time in your day and schedule it. So I'd be asking, so what kind of schedule are you using? If you're not using one, let's help you create one. You put all your big rocks in, so your family time, your work, your after school activities, all those non-negotiable stuff. And then you find those stolen moments broken up in your day to what you can do. And then I'm getting clear. So in that time, so what are you doing to build your business, in your time? Like, what ways are you finding team? If that's one way you challenge, like how are you going about finding team?
My stolen moments are, of course, first up on Facebook. I have people who I work with who are in similar situations to me and wanting a different kind of lifestyle, and that's been becoming easier to have that conversation at work. It was that self-doubt thing. I didn't want to be the crazy woman who came in and said, hey, I've found a way out, quick, everyone follow me. And I was very self-conscious of that to start with. But as time's gone and I've grown my belief, then it's been so much easier to share. So just, face-to-face. My next challenge is, sharing beyond my little safe circles. So sharing from the safety of Facebook, easy, tick that one off. Now branching out to workmates, and then from there it's going to be, my biggest next challenge is sharing to the unknown, and that's where I'm heading.
Awesome. And if I had, if Flossie's only new to the business, so she's doing an amazing job. If we were in person, I'd be clapping you. She's like, I actually just saw the message. She's like, so we're role playing. What am I saying? I'm like, I don't know. Well, I had questions instead of you. But this is what's coaching about. There's no script. Right? You just learn from my questions and the flow of it. You hear something, you ask, so tell me more about that. You hear something, you're like, awesome. So you're challenged by this, how can I help you with that? And she just brought up some other great points, right? It's just, we all are in this safe zone. I promise you, I didn't share this with anyone I knew, right? I went straight into my non-war market of strangers. But no, within saying that, I definitely had a launch event where I invited people around me, one being Katrina. She said no many a time. But, I would, if I had her report, right? And she's only new, so it'd only be small. But I'd have her numbers. I'd be like, awesome. So you've got 2 team, right? We want that $7,000 a month, and you know, getting clear on how much do you want that, and you know, again, it's doing what you can when you can consistently, but you know, be able to get you to that next goal of SC. You know, let's have a goal around 3 new team members, and I'd be making sure she'd launch, you know, so I'd be asking questions around that. But, you know, here I heard Facebook and sharing, right, are you having those conversations? Now, if you looked on my Facebook, unless someone tags me strictly in a Juice Plus post, or I've been at conference, you know, and there's friggin' Juice Plus flyers everywhere, it's 3 years. People know what I do, but it is still creating curiosity. Now, you could look at my timeline and be like, right, that's pretty inspirational. You know, if you're not living the life yet, you can totally share the curiosity by sharing what you're excited for, by sharing the little stolen moments when you're working, you know, from the car at your kid's soccer game, you know, because it's too cold to get out of the car. You know, you can share the lifestyle by the little things. If you think the flashy cars and the big houses, one that I'm sitting in, you know, like they're all incredible things, but it's the little things that people want. It's the lifestyle. It's the going to the movies with your kids because you can. You know, it's like taking off lunchtime to go and watch their Christmas concert. You know, it's taking them to go get ice creams on the family holiday that you haven't been to in 4 years, right? It's the little things. It's like that you could go to the organic markets and spend however much money on awesome produce, because a lot of people can't afford to do that. Yeah, it's the little things, right? It's the new car. It doesn't have to be a Mercedes. Yeah, it's the new car. It's the choices that this business can give you. Yeah, so I would be asking, are you having the conversations every single day? Because it's not the Facebook post. They create curiosity. That's part of the equation, right? But are you following those high-paying activities? And the first one is, are you having conversations with people? Not about Juice Plus. Don't be the person Flossie you never wanted to be, the crazy Juice Plus lady that like, I have this friggin' golden ticket, everyone jump on board. They're going to think you're Willy Wonka and you're nuts, right? But are you having conversations with people, getting to know people, building rapport, building your network? You are in a network marketing business. You have to build a network if you don't have one already. People that come in and truly blow this thing up fast have built a network previously to Juice Plus and have given massive amounts of value for years. Okay, and I mean add value for free. You think about Kira Westwick, you know, she's had free like health books for ages. She had a massive Instagram following that people looked at her, and she did all that, add value for years for free. Brian Marsh, same again, had a massive network through his traditional business, gave massive value, not for free, but gave massive value for years. Had a network of people, is part of a church also, right? Massive network, rapport, people look up to him, you know, that like and trustability. People won't buy something from you or buy into your business until they know, like, or trust you first, right? Look at my front line. Most of it, didn't know. Right? Jay McNamara, Jana, Marissa, KP, you know, loads of you guys come in through them, didn't know them. Build a network, right, is part of the high-paying activities. Every day, find a way to be able to build your network, whether that's out and about, whether that is, you know, through your work, through your current job, whether that is through social media, right? Build a network. The next high-paying activity is talking to people. Are you reaching out? How many new conversations are you starting a day? When I was on fire and I recruited 27 people in 3 months, right? 27 people, it wasn't from what I did today. It's from months of sowing seeds, conversations. From conversations, people get curious by sharing your story. And I want to give you the tools to do that is stop overthinking it and share the benefits. Share the benefits of what this business, go down and write in a book, right? Write in a book of all the benefits that this business could give you. Yeah, all the benefits that it's given other people. Look at Denise, look at Jo. Denise is leaving her job, her secure full-time teaching career of a long time. I always forget, it's a long time. She's 52, you'd never know it. I just gave away her age, she's gonna kill me. She's 52, she's been a teacher for over 30 years. She's giving away her full-time teaching career for this business. She's given in a resignation. If you don't think that's belief, right, that's mega. 8 years before, she even had to too, which is kind of cool. So people buy into you. They buy into your story. Doesn't need to be good. Doesn't need to be grand. It needs to be true and real. You didn't come into this business to share a cool product. That is a byproduct. You came to this business for what Flossie just said. Get rid of her job, right? Spend more time with her kids, more money for renovations, more money for travel, more time to do what she loves to do, and being a part of something that truly lights her soul. People want fulfillment. They're missing it, right? So many people are missing it out there. They want fulfillment. They want passion. People that are passionate about their jobs, right? It's just like you can't help but just like, oh my God, what is he doing? He obviously loves it, right? The car salesman that I bought my car off, holy shit, he was like on fire. He loved his job. Yeah, I'm sure he got a great commission. I paid him cash. So like, it's just like, he loved his job. You can't help but be inspired by that. It's not my chosen profession, but he loved it. Yeah, you got to find that passion for what you're doing in here. And you got to share. So when I'm sharing with people, like, I want to give you an example. Yeah, I'm talking to someone online and I'm asking him about them. You know, last time we chatted, you know, kids weren't so well. How are they? How's life? You know, last time we chatted, you know, you're on holiday. How was that? Was it awesome? When's the next one? Where are you going next? Right? Conversation. People say, when do I share Juice Plus? I'm like, forget about the hat. Have a conversation with people. Yeah. And if you ask enough great questions to someone, guess what they're going to do if they're not too self-centered? They're going to ask you about you. They're going to be like, so, like, what are you up to? And you can share really simply and briefly, right? Because you want to spew on them. I did. Right? I did to the first person I shared this business with, Kirsten Slapp. I was just like, explosion. Thank God her mum did an MLM and she was like, oh, that's definitely sounds like a cult. But it's simple, right? Someone says to you, like, so what are you up to? I see all these posts online, like, what are you up to? And you're just like, oh, you know, Flossie, what do you do again? What's your job?
I work for the government.
That's right. I'm like, is it real estate? No, government. So it's just like, you know, life's good. Kids are crazy busy. You know, like, you know, the winter's been awesome in Tassie. Probably hasn't, but we'll go with it. You know, winter's been awesome in Tassie. You know, still got the full-time job. But I recently started this new online business. You know, one of my good friends, my cousin, we reconnected through this business, and she's actually leaving her full-time teaching career at the end of this year to really jump into this. And she's created amazing success, and I couldn't deny it anymore. And I love it because, you know, it's giving me a way out too. And I'm really excited. You know, I'm excited to spend more time with my kids. I'm excited to earn this income online. I know that that's not brief, and I probably wouldn't say that much, but you get my point, right? At no point, like, I do Juice Plus and like, and spew. I am cool, calm. Adam says, put on the cool shades. That's all I ever think of with him, is put on the cool shades and share a story. Share a story from something you've heard right up here, be it your upline, be it someone like Adam, me, Katrina, like whoever. Yeah, you share a story. You share why you love it from the heart. And guess what? You put another question at the end of it. So how's life for you? How's work? You share, you question. It keeps the conversation rolling. Yeah. And then they're like, so what is this online business? What's all that about? what gets you interested? And they're like, oh, I don't know, I could maybe do something like that, or I've been looking for something like that, or, you know, tell me, like, what is it all about? Because you didn't fucking say anything, right? You didn't say anything. So it's about creating curiosity to keep, if they're interested, it's sales 101. Yeah, you don't shove it down their throat. You don't spew it on them. You open the conversation, and if they want to know more, it's in their court to ask. Yeah, so they're like, so tell me more about it. And you're like, what gets you interested? And they're like, oh, I don't know, maybe, is it something I could do? And you're like, I'm teaching heaps of other women how to create an income online, and love to be able to show you what it's all about. You know, I have this awesome online event. If I sent you a link, would you watch it? Yeah, of course I would. Awesome. So if I send it through, you know, you take some time to watch it like tonight. Yep, awesome, cool. Send it through. I give a little blurb, always giving a little blurb to be like, you know, hey babe. And if it's in person, I just want to put this out there because so many people get excited, and this used to be me. If it's in person that you have this conversation, right? Rachel Manwaring was my travel agent, and we had this, I didn't know her. I just went in. I notoriously book all my flights really late. And I was like, and she's like, so what is this business? What is this conference? And I'm like, oh, I have an online business, you know. And I actually shared a little bit about the product because she shared that she was sick. And then I was just like, she's like, what are these flights for? Because I was going to all these crazy places in the US. And I'm like, oh, I have a conference and I have a friend's wedding. And she's just like, oh, what's the conference? You know, and I'm just like, oh, it's my online business. And I was actually in a really big hurry. And she's just like, tell me more. And I'm like, I'd love to. Can I add you on Facebook? You know, I'd love to send you some info if you're interested. Can I add you on Facebook? I'm actually in a really big hurry. Act busy. People love people that are busy. Even if you're not, act busy. So then and there, I'm not explaining anything to her. I might share a story of what I've created. I might share a story of my upline. I might share a story about, you know, oh, this business. I love it because, you know, I love working from home and I've been able to design my own life, and, you know, I'm helping other people do the same. And, you know, I love to travel. And then they're interested. Guess what? There's nothing you can say there then that could ever explain it. Add them on Facebook, send them an email, whatever, however they like to be communicated with, and do that. Go back and touch base. But, act cool, right? Don't go and like 10 seconds later, shove a link, you know, oh my God, watch this, right? Touch base. Hey babe, great to meet you today. Thanks so much for booking my flights. You know, I know you said you were interested in the business. I'd love to be able to share some info. Let me know if you're still interested in that, right? And build a bit of relationship, build a bit of rapport. It's awesome to meet you. Compliment them, thank them, right? Remember their kids' names, remember something about them, yeah? And go and build some rapport with them. You know, when you're having conversations, have a conversation. Always find a way, yeah, to ask enough good questions about them that then they ask about you, and you can share, you know, still doing the government job, but really start a new online business. Like the person teaching me is creating massive success, and I'm excited. I've only been part of it a couple of months. I'm excited about where it's going. You know, I earned a couple $100 last month. It was nice, you know, being able to put it towards renovations or whatever. Share a story. Do you understand? I'm not talking about Juice Plus, because the moment you enter a conversation about a product, about health, about Juice Plus, capsules, like, you lose them. Because they'll be thinking, oh, especially I used to be a personal trainer, right? People are like, oh, you're a PT, that just makes sense, but I'm a beautician. Why would I sell a health product? But you're not selling a health product. You're something incredible as a byproduct. But the real, true, I guess, element of success in this business is being able to share the business, say less to more people, have conversations, build rapport, build your network, okay? Like, invite to events. If they can't come, right then and there. Awesome, babe, you know, I get it. I'm busy on Sundays too. If I sent you a link to the recording, would you take a look at that? You know, when you're inviting to your launch event, it's a literal conversation of, hey, this is like, I totally build rapport first and reach out if you haven't chatted to them in ages. Do that first. And then the invitation, right? The invitation, be a master asker and a great personal inviter. That's all this business is. Linda's words, not mine. Master asker, ask great questions, learn great questions. Hopefully you learned some okay ones tonight. I'm still learning. I'm always a student. Be a student first, a teacher second. Okay, be a student first always. And the only way I learn is from teaching and doing this, right? Like the questions come easier when I do this. So practice makes permanent, not perfect. There's no such thing. So when you are inviting, people say like, who am I going to invite? Stop prejudging people. You have no idea who this business could help and be for unless you open a door. That's all you get to do, right? You find the problems, the pain points in people's life. You open a door, you invite them in. If they come in, awesome. If they come in and run out, that's theirs, right? You can't dictate or have anything to do with the outcome. You open a door. So it's a little invitation of, hey, I have no idea, like if this, no, that's not how I would start it. Hey babe, you know, another reason I reached out is I want to share this business with you that I've come across. You know, I have no idea if it could be for you. I love it because, you know, I've been able to do X, Y, and Z, or I'm excited for, or you share a story, share a small snippet of a story. And I couldn't help to think of you because you're a mama too. And, you know, I know for me, this business is giving me back, you know, more time with my kids. And I couldn't help to think of you. If I sent you a link or, you know, I have this amazing launch event that I'd love your support at, you know, on Sunday night at 7:30. If I sent you a link, would you tune in? You can tune in from anywhere and be able to, you know, see what we're up to. We're up to awesome things. And I just couldn't help to think of you, right? You share a story. You share why you thought of it. It's heartfelt. It's genuine. It's not the shitty posts that, you know, messages that I get of like, hey, look at my business and 10 paragraphs later, right, and a link at the bottom. That's cold calling at its best through a message. This is heartfelt, right? This is heartfelt. This is, I'm just going to look at the chat. Shit, there's 66. This is heartfelt. You know, this is about sharing. So, you know, for me, that is like when you want to build this business and you want to earn some good money, 7K a month to be able to do this, you make that figure yours, right? And you be able to then go, okay, right, what is the cost of me not getting that? And what am I prepared to do to get it, to make sure, whether it takes me 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, as long as I don't give up and I keep plugging in and I'm consistent every day. It's not what I do today in this business. We're in a world of instant gratification these days. It's hard, right? I do an Instagram post. I'm like, why hasn't anyone liked it? Yeah, it's instant gratification world. That's what we live in. It's about, you know, giving yourself grace, having no expectation but some urgency, right? Is stop beating yourself up, but you've got to plug into those high-paying activities every day. And you've got to share this business if you want to build a business that will pay you the residual income that you're after. Then you've got to build a business and you've got to find other business builders to build it with you. Yeah, you can't get past SDVF, right? You can't get past SDVF by yourself. It's not about you. It's about we. It's about who can I help, right? It's not about being desperate and coming from that desperation place. Come from a place of inspiration. Think about how this business is going to help you, and you know people in your life that this could help also. So it's about getting clear on that. So hopefully some of that helped. Did some of that help you, Flossie? Oh, she's on mute. You're on mute.
Hey, there we go. Absolutely, it did. Just the suggestions of phrasing and the starting the conversation, and remembering it's not just about the product. I think because I've been so excited by the product, that's the easy bit. It's the next step that's the challenge, and you sort of get into a little routine in the early days of going, I found this amazing product, and that's how you start all the conversations. So yeah, taking a whole new turn on where the conversations need to go now.
100%. And don't get me wrong, you'll be like, oh my God, what do I say in this situation? But be resourceful. There'll be people that you're like, oh, I have this online business, and they'll have seen MLM before, and they'll be like, what product is it? And people are like, what do I say? And I'm like, be honest, right? Be like, but always end it with a question. So, and this is where you guys need to be resourceful. Screenshot like when I probably don't do it as much, kind of have tough love these days, but when I was starting someone new, and I'll do it with someone brand new until they get to SCBF, then I'm like, okay, you've got verbiage down now. But like they'll screenshot something to me, and they'll be like, what would you say to this? Right? And I'll help them, and then I'll be like, it's teach to teach. Then I'll be like, okay, they'll screenshot it to me. I'm like, okay, you have a go, put it in here, and I'll tweak it if I need to. And right, it's about learning the good verbiage. And don't get me wrong, you'll have people that be like, what product is it? You'll be like, Juice Plus, have you heard of it? And they'll be like, oh, no, I haven't. What is it? And then it's going back to, so tell me, like, why would this business get your interest? Why would this be something that you want to look at? And, for me, I love it. And don't get me wrong, but you will share the product, right? But most of those people will be great customers. Yeah, 80% of your business will be made up of people with 3 to 7 customers. Don't get me wrong. You're still going to have people that'll love the product, that'll be raving fans that want to share it with their friends and family and just sit around DVF, and that's cool. But if you want the residual income, then when you are sharing the business, it's got to be from a beneficial part of what is this business? Yeah, because you can't explain it. Well, you could, but people would run for the hills because they don't understand it. So it's about create curiosity, share a story, invite to an event, right? It's called an exposure. Do you know some people, if you are not following people up, or you're following them up once and that's it because they didn't get back to you and you made up a story of they don't like me anymore, right? Or I don't want to be annoying, or all of that bullshit. Yeah, it is just bullshit, by the way. Life got busy and they didn't get back to you, right? It's just like, how many times do you read a message at the lights? Because that's me. And then I'm like, oh, I'll get back to that when I get home. And like, I get 50 other messages and I forget. So life happens for people. But if you're not following people up, there is a statistic out there that it takes someone between 6 to 10 exposures to buy something. Unless you're me. I just see something online. I'm like, oh, I really like it. And I have it, right? 6 to 10 exposures. How many people have you not followed up after 1 or 2? Right? 6 to 10. Maybe they just need a little bit more information. Maybe they just need a reminder to watch the event. But say less to more people, share a story, not about the product. The product is not going to sell someone on the business. The stories will. Where do you find the stories? On an event. I just really want to make it clear because this is something that comes up time and time again. People like, I'm struggling. I'm like, I'll slap you if you say that word. Or challenge, because challenges have a solution. Struggling just makes me not want to get out of bed in the morning. Don't worry, I've struggled enough in my life. But verbiage, what you say every day has an impact on your life, right? How many times have you looked in the mirror and not been happy with what you see and you beat yourself up? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel better about yourself? No, right? No, you feel crap. And if you feel crap, your team will feel crap because like energy is vibrational and you'll be putting bad energy out there, and people want to join your team because they believe and trust and are inspired by you and where you're going. There is no difference in this business. I shared this at my NMD speech in LA. There is no difference between you and me, right? Except what we bring to the table, except the inspiration, except, and all of you are inspirational. you've all got a story, yeah, from where you come from and where you want to go. And you got to lead with that. We've all got the same product. I can't pay you any more than Denise can because we don't pay you, the company does, right? Our compensation plan is the same. Our product's the same, you know, yes, we join different teams, but we're so blessed to be part of one big team with Adam and Kira and Linda and, you know, Lauren Slocum, which most of you guys haven't met. So the only differential factor is you. And I promise you, if you get in your own way and you don't share this business with someone and you kick yourself in 2 weeks, 10 months time because they joined someone else's team or another business, I promise you it's happened to me more times than I can count because I didn't follow them up. I prejudged them. One of my best friends joined a different company, like my best friends in the world, joined a different company. And I kicked myself, not because of what she could have brought to my business, because I didn't even go and ask her if this is something that might have got her interest. And she's a struggling single mom. Like, I kicked myself because, like, she's one person that I'd want to work with anyone in the world. She's awesome. I love her. We'd probably kill each other, but I love her. She's awesome. Been one of my best friends for a really long time. Lives over in the US. Joined another company. Don't let that happen to you guys because you got in your own way, because you let your own BS stories or you prejudge someone, because 79 million people are going to join a network marketing company within the next 5 years. You get to determine whether they're on your team and you're going to help them and you're going to build this epic community even more so by what we do, right? By how we grow, the conversations we have. You know, from here is just about, you know what to do. It's just like getting better at verbiage, and you don't get better unless you practice, right? So it's just about having those conversations. So I've taken up over an hour of your time, so I'm going to stop talking and wish you all good night. And thank you so much, Flossie, for being my little guinea pig.
Thank you for having me and for helping me. It's been awesome.
Love it. I'm just going to sit and read any of these chats. I think it's just all you guys chatting, which is awesome. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. I'm going to sit here for the next minute. If not, I will not be disheartened if you leave. I've got 6% left on my computer too, which is good timing. Thank you guys so much for jumping on, and hopefully you guys got some awesome ideas and content out of that, and a little bit more clarity on how you can share this business. And really, I guess you guys have such an incredible opportunity. Honestly, you know, think about where you want to be at the end of the year, and then think about Perth, our next Australian conference in Perth, in 2018, in June next year. I think it's the 22nd, 23rd it got released. So honestly, think about where you want to be. Like, if you've never been to a Juice Plus conference, they're like my favorite things in the world. You know, where do you what do you want to cross that stage and we all cheer you on? It's like my favorite part. You know, like, do you want to be an SC, an NMD? Like, where do you want to be in this business? And what do you want to be earning? You know, and then it's like, okay, let's backtrack and let's map that out. So you guys have such an incredible opportunity. There is so much hype, you know, around not just Juice Plus and this business, but around MLM in general. You know, there's more and more, it's becoming more and more common. You know, like some of my friends that join network marketing, I'm like, really? You thought I was crazy in the beginning? But it's becoming more and more common because more and more people want more out of life. So hopefully that helped. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to pop it in the chat.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks, Flossie. I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
I've got to go and see if the little one's actually gone to bed.
Oh, naughty. He's watching TV. Totally watching TV.
Yeah, probably.
Mum's gonna call.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye, lovely. Bye, guys. it. Even very lots of Pearl NMDs, Denise. You're so funny. Okay, I'm going to stop record. Night, guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. And watch out for the recording when my computer wants to upload it. Not on Adam's Wi-Fi because it's crap. I'll upload it and watch out, and you can share it with your teams and watch it over again and listen to the verbiage, but go out and practice it. Honestly, practice it in the mirror, on your dog, on your kids. That's what I used to do. I used to video it and try not to watch it back because it used to make me cringe. But yeah, go and practice that. And I'll talk to you all soon.
Thanks, love.
Night.
Thanks, love. Bye.